Why don't the press bring up this photo of Kate Middleton with the Duke of York at the Royal Albert Hall? This was the Festival of Remembrance in 2015. Look at that smile. Why would you smile like that at a pervert? Really? She knows what he's like, yet she's smiling at him like that. She doesn't care what he's doing. She doesn't care. She's only worried about herself. She knows what he's doing behind the scenes. All these people coming in at Buckingham Palace at odd hours of the day to see Andrew and satisfy his needs. Kate doesn't care. She knew back then what he was doing. Look at her face. If she was worried, she'd do something. She doesn't care. Look. How can you behave like that when you know what that person's doing behind the scenes? See, we're not seeing it, but Kate knew what he was doing, because every time the security people would book it in and they'd know exactly who was coming into the palace, it would be logged. They all know. They know what was going on. This is 2015. It was going on then, but they're hiding it. Kate doesn't care. She only worries about herself. And the Daily Mail described this as the Duchess of Cambridge was seen sharing a joke with the Duke of York. Now, what was that joke about, Kate? You knew what he was like. Was it a rude one? Was it a smutty one? Unbelievable. If this was Meghan, they'd be bringing this back up. But as it's Kate, it's fine. We're not going to talk about it. It's the elephant in the room. This would be on the front page of every newspaper today if this was Meghan Markle, okay? And I can't understand why you'd look at someone like that when you know what they've been doing. And she was turning a blind eye to his disturbing shenanigans and his interests, as she didn't care about the female victims. If she cared about the female victims that were being preyed on by Andrew, then she'd have done something. But obviously Kate had to tread really carefully because she was an outsider. She slept her way into the royal family, so she couldn't really judge Andrew because she was just as bad as him. She lured William into loving her through her body and other ways, and so she knew she was just as bad as him, so she thought, I'm not going to criticise him. I trapped William by sexual lust, and yeah, I think all the royal family are sexual predators. I've heard Princess Anne's a bit of a raver. She likes having quite a few people on the side, and I just find it strange that the press aren't talking about photos like this, because this is supposed to be the future queen, and yet she's associating and looks quite happy in the presence of a pervert, a sexual predator, and she's beaming at him like that, and people just turn a blind eye. If that was Meghan, you'd say, oh my God, look at that. She knows what he's up to, and look, she's smiling at him like that. But as it's Kate, no, she gets off scot-free. I don't understand everyone. I don't understand the world. It's bent, it's corrupt. You're all bent and corrupt, the royal family, and everyone believes it. And again, people say you believe it because behind the scenes you're not seeing what's happening behind the scenes. And we can't re-release this photo in the public eye because it shows and makes the Princess of Wales look corrupt, because everyone knew what he was doing. She's known since day one coming into that royal family, since 2011. She's known what Prince Andrew's been up to, okay? So don't say, oh, Kate didn't know, William didn't know. They know. They know. And just look at it. Look at that look. It's almost like she fancies him, actually. One photo can speak 1,000 words. Look at it. So all this, oh, Kate and William deeply concerned. I don't think that's how you look when you're deeply concerned about an event. I don't call that deeply concerned by Prince Andrew. Looks like she's actually praising him almost for what he's been doing. And the trouble is, They all say that the royal family, that's all they're motivated by is sex. That's it. That's all they do. They have so much time on their hands. It's just sex all the time. And when that statement came out the other day about William and Kate being deeply concerned by Prince Andrew, you just see that photograph back from 2015 and think, they knew then. They're not deeply concerned then, but because it's come out now, they are deeply concerned because it sounds good. They're making out like, we didn't know anything, but you did, Kate and William. You knew what he was doing behind the scenes. Because every time someone turns up at Buckingham Palace, the security people have to log it. And you're telling me that they didn't know who was arriving at Buckingham Palace. I'm sorry, you've been fooled. You've been played, I'm afraid. And everyone says, oh, this woman's such a lovely person. I mean, she's turning a blind eye on this man who's done obscene things to women, and you can just tell that she doesn't like women again, because if I heard that and I found out that information about the Duke of York, I'd think, oh my God, I'm not going to go near you. But she's done the opposite. She's near him, she's smiling, she's making jokes with him and smutty innuendo, so obviously all this deeply concerned statement's a load of rubbish. It must be, because this photo, it doesn't add up with the message that they're saying now. People need to go back and look at all the pictures when they've associated themselves with Andrew at ceremonies, events, parties, everything. Just look at the photos, guys. Just put in Kate Middleton and Prince William with Prince Andrew, and they're all having a laughter, lovely time, not a care in the world. They know what he's been doing, but we're going to ignore it because we want our money at the end of the day. And they know that. They know if the monarchy fails, then that's them all stuff, basically. They have nothing, and that's why they have to lie and protect a pervert like Andrew. But I just think, as for a woman to know that he's been doing that to other women, and that look on her face, and people say, oh, well, this is 2015, she didn't know then. Of course she bloody well knew. Everyone knew. Charles knew, Camilla knew, Anne knew, her husband knew, Zara, Mike Tyndall, the Beatrice Usaini, everyone knows, but they were just hiding it. Do you really think Kate's going to worry about that when she slept her way up the ladder to win William's heart? She's not going to worry. She's not going to judge Andrew. She's just as bad as him. She knew what William was like. He liked sex. Hence why she had to give it to him all the time. She's not going to look at Andrew and say, oh, you filthy bastard or something. She won't. Because she's just like that. She's a chip off the old block. She knows to win a man's heart, you have to do certain things to catch them. And I bet she thought, well, I'm not going to judge you because I've done things to win William and they haven't been very pleasant, but I'm going to go on your side, and then it won't make me look as bad as it was, because it was pretty bad what Kate did to get William. And I just think her behaviour towards someone like that is, she doesn't have any morals. There's nothing there. Because if I was Kate and I found that out about Andrew, I'd be really upset. It's not nice. And they just sit back and they think, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to say anything. It's his life. And corruption. They're all bent and twisted. I think they've all probably got shrinks behind the scenes that they need to talk to. Because if you can live with yourself and you know what that person's been doing, then you're sick in the head, I'm afraid. You're not a normal person, you're not a nice person, because if I knew what Andrew was doing, I would not be standing next to him like that, smiling and beaming at him. And she knew then. She knew. They all knew. She knew from day one. William told her. He tells her everything. There's so many secrets in the palace, but you never get to hear them because they've all got injunctions and super injunctions on them, which is convenient for some, but we're all paying for them. So if you want to keep lying for the royal family, be my guest. But there we go.